Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. I firstly want to thank a lot of you all who wrote to me, who sent me messages, who sent me mails, wishing my good health. I was down with COVID for the last 15 days. In fact, today is my 15th day. I was quarantined till yesterday night. I was out this morning and here I am in front of you. Grace of God, I was asymptomatic, so there was no major issues during these 15 days. But yes, lost smell, lost taste, and was a little tired at times. But other than that, I was absolutely fine. So that was my status. But I thank you so much for your wishes, for your lovely messages to me and your prayers, and I really thank you, and I really consider myself very lucky to have got that. So honestly grateful, absolutely grateful. That said, let us get into the program. Now, in the last 15 days, a lot of things happened, so I'm going to take a couple of issues and talk about it. Of course, the issues that I'm going to talk about are latest issues. Couple of issues we will talk about, and I will start with our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister has announced that from 11th April, that is the birthday of Jyotiba Phule, to 14th April, birthday of Baba Saheb Ambedkar, should be Tika Utsav. Tika, vaccination Utsav. Vaccination Utsav? Let's discuss that. So that's my topic number one. My topic number two is that according to a report by PEW, they say 32 million, 3.2 crore people have been pushed out of the middle class bracket. 3.2 crore people, 32 million people been pushed out. They are no longer middle class. And they say that the poor has increased to almost 72 million, 7.2 crore people have been added on to the poor bracket. Now this is very, very serious. What is the government doing about it? Let's discuss that. That's my topic number two. My topic number three is about democracy. My topic number three is about republic. My topic number three is about self-governance, and my topic number three is about freedom. There are certain laws that were made, that were created to protect us Indians. And those laws and those law enforcement agencies, they are somehow seeming to be mutating into something else. They seem to be mutating into something else. Politics has so much overbearing on these forces that somewhere down the line, these forces seems to be the arms of politicians and political parties. Where are we headed to with this? That is my last point. Let's get right into the show. You see, most of the problems that we face in our country, our Prime Minister seems to be solving all those problems through events. Beti bachao, thali bajao, batti bujao, batti band karo, batti chalu karo. You know, most of the problems that we face seems to be sorted out through events. I wonder, is this strategy going to work forever? Are people going to be kind of, accepting this strategy? You see, he says that Mahatma Jyotiba Phule's birthday is on the 11th of April, and Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar's birthday is on the 14th of April. So he says from 11th of April to 14th of April, we will celebrate Tika Utsav. Tika is vaccine. We said we will celebrate Tika Utsav. First of all, celebrate what? The most most dangerous pandemic that happened in the world. Celebrate what? The collapse of our economy? Celebrate what? Deaths of lakhs of people? What are we celebrating? Number one. Number two, fair enough. Chalo, that is the way he wants to look at it. I am willing, I accept that. But the point is, in a state like Maharashtra, the Maharashtra health minister says, what Tika Utsav are you celebrating? What Tika Utsav are you celebrating? He says, listen, I give 4.5 lakh vaccines per day. I wanted that vaccines to be increased to 6 lakhs per day because Mumbai and Maharashtra is facing the second wave. He says, I had requested for 40 lakh doses to be sent to Maharashtra. I have got 17 lakh doses. 17 lakh doses, if I go by 6 lakhs vaccines per day, will not even last me for 3 days. What Utsav are we talking about here? And that's a fact. You have a fantastic brand name. Uske baad kya? What Utsav? Where Utsav? Why is that we normally announce the festival, announce the program and then sit and wonder abhi kya karne ka? Every time it has happened with our country. We announce huge things, but none of those actually manifest on ground. And they are packaged so beautifully. Tika Utsav. See, somewhere down the line, reality and announcements seems to have no relationship whatsoever. And that's very, very scary. So this is the Tika Utsav that one spoke about. Now to my second point. You see, a government's job, let me tell you, a government's job is to provide you food on the table, is to ensure that the environment is such, the ecosystem is created that people get jobs, people get money. And with that money, the people can buy food, medicines, education for their loved ones. That is what a government is supposed to do. A government is supposed to ensure that there is no outsider who comes and attacks you. The government is supposed to ensure that there are no criminal elements that takes away what is yours, harms you physically or your property. This is what a government is supposed to do. And if it doesn't happen, it is purely the government's fault. The governments can put that fault in nobody's doorstep. According to a report from an agency called Pew Research Center, they say 32 million, 3.2 crore people have been pushed out of the middle class bracket. 3.2 crore people, 32 million people been pushed out. They are no longer middle class. They no longer can enjoy the privilege of being middle class. Their children are not going to grow up as a middle class child. Possibly those children, their education will suffer. Their nutrition will suffer. Their lifestyle will suffer. Possibly those people would have to sell their flats, or that mortgage flats of theirs may be just taken away by the bank. Maybe the person who is running the show, the breadwinner, may be having 10 phone calls from different banks for their EMIs. Maybe the child which is going to a particular school must have not paid fee in that school. And possibly she may be pulled up for that. He or she may be pulled up for that. And this is what the government has to take care of. This is purely because of the government's fault. This is the incapability of the government. This has not happened in a lot of other countries. This is happening in India, which means we haven't handled the pandemic and our economy well. This is the government's fault. 75 million is the estimated increase of people who have gone poor in India. Poor means people who are earning an income of less than $2, 145 rupees per day. 75 million, 7.5 crore people have been pushed into the poor bracket. Which means that that child may not know whether that night he or she will get food because the father may not get anything. This is reality, and this is because of wrong economic steps. Face facts. Let's face facts. I mean, it's high time that we wake up and smell the coffee. We talk about 100 things, but what is necessary for the people of this country, those are not delivered. Mandir and masjid can wait. Food is what is imperative, and that is what is directly being harmed here. That takes me to my third topic. We are free, at least we think we say we are free. We are a democratic country, at least that is what we believe. It's because we believe that the government is there to serve us. The government is not there to rule us. King rules. Dictator rules. Government serves. Now, to serve the government, to help the government serve us better, they take away, they are given certain powers. And that powers include the ability to create laws that are very strict. Very strict. UAPA, for instance. NSA, National Security Act. These are absolutely strict laws. Why are these laws made? These laws are made so that you can be protected. People can be protected. But the day these laws change into a tool, a weapon in government's hand to punish the people they want, we cease to be a democracy. We cease to be a free country. And that's what's happened. That's what's happened. Allahabad High Court said that 94 out of 120 ordered cases, NSA cases, were squashed. 94 out of 120 cases, 94, I repeat, out of 120 cases were squashed by Allahabad Court, saying that this case has no relevance. This case has no relevance. Do you know? Let me tell you something more. 41 cases were of cow slaughter, which means people from the minority community were put in jail. 41 of those cases out of the 120 cases were because of was based on cow slaughter. NSA, National Security Act. You see, the court observed that, the FIR that is written, it is basically cut-pasted. They didn't even write an FIR properly. They just cut-pasted one FIR and put it into 5 FIRs to ensure that this person is implicated in National Security Act, and the fact that he or she, or he in this case, I think most of them are males, so he is not given a bail. He is made to rot in the jail. This is how National Security Act was used. I mean, my point is, where are we? What democracy are we talking about? And for who are these laws? For us? To save us from whom? So are the laws to save us from somebody else, or should we save ourselves from the law? Where are we getting to? Let me give you another incident. We all know about this. What happened in Mumbai? Scorpio was found under Mr. Mukesh Ambani's Antilia residence. There was gelatin sticks inside that. It was now very clear that it was a API, an assistant police inspector who planned all that, or who did all that. He came in front of the camera with PPE kits in front of CCTV, and he planted that, and then he was arrested by NSA. In the meantime, some other people killed the person who actually owned that Scorpio. All this you know. Where is this case going? Is this case going the way a politician wants it to go, or is this case going the way investigation has to happen in this case? We are all confused. We are all confused. Why is there a feeling that this is more of a political decision that where the investigation has to go rather than the decision of the investigative body? Do you know what I am talking about? It looks as if it is the politicians who decide where the story should go, and not the investigative body, not the people who are supposed to get us justice. What happened to Mansukh Hiren? What happened to his life? What happens to his children? What happens to his wife? Has anybody bothered about it? We are busy bothered about, is NCP going to tie up with BJP? Is BJP going to take over the government? Is NCP government going to fall? Is this going to be used that way? You are using somebody's murder to ensure that government falls? And we are sitting and even talking about it? Are these laws to protect me, or could these laws be put on me if I say something which the government doesn't like? All this makes me wonder, what freedom am I talking about? What freedom am I living in? Do I have the freedom to express myself? Do I have the freedom to be safe? Is my family safe? Am I secure? Are there bodies that will protect me in my country? Or are they working for a government, working for a political party? I wonder. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.
Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free, because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here, you can be our supporter by paying Rs 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying Rs 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our Super Supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.